Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shannon Meyer B and I have an exciting fall book haul today. I feel like I've been accumulating books from so many different places the past couple of months and I haven't shown you any, so I'm excited to show you some of the books I got from library book sales. I got two from an independent bookstore, which I don't like to pay full price for my books, but I really wanted to show support. I had a friend move away that gave me a bunch of books that I had not read yet, so that was exciting. And just going to some thrift stores. I've just accumulated quite a bit. I've been reading a decent amount, so I feel like I've been getting through my TBR. Also, I feel like over time as you read more authors and you go to these book sales and you finally see one of their books on a table for $1, it's like, oh my god, I've read that author, I want to buy that book so badly. And also a lot of the sales I go to like support the local library or some of the thrift stores support charities, so I just feel like it always goes to a good place, which I love. And if I find one that I think I'm gonna read, I like to buy it. So the first book sale I went to, I made out so well. I was so excited. So I think paperbacks were $1 and hardcovers were $2. I finally found a copy of I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. I read this maybe in 2020 or 2021. I don't remember when it came out. And I really enjoyed it. I still have never seen the show. I had lent it to someone and they never gave it back and it's gone off in the ether. So for years, I've been looking for this and I finally found a copy and I definitely want to reread it and I'm excited for it to go on my red shelf behind me. And then another favorite of the year is The Retreat by Sarah Pearse. This is a book that I had taken out of the library, but it has been one of my favorite thrillers for the year. I don't know if it'll hold up for the rest of the year because I've been reading some good thrillers, but I absolutely loved this book. It's about a group of people who go to this island for a retreat and they all one by one start dying. And you're kind of on a race to figure out who on this secluded island is killing all these people. And it was just such a fun story. And I really am a huge Sarah Pearse fan now. I have The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. The lady who checked me out actually said that she's read this and it's really good. I really was intrigued by this one because it's like a New Year's Eve murder mystery. And that just sounded super fun to me for it being that time of year soon. This one is a classic that I feel like I've heard a lot about over the past couple of years, is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. And I believe this is like one of those great like epic friendship and love stories. So definitely looking forward to that. I love The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. I'm a huge believer in that The Housemaid was a ripoff of The Last Mrs. Parrish. And although I still own The Housemaid just because I feel like people always want to borrow it, I tell them to read The Last Mrs. Parrish first because to me, that's the original. And I wanted to give another one of her books a try. This is The Stranger in the Mirror. The next book is Misery by Stephen King. This was a really nice edition of it. It's kind of brand new for how old it is. I have a really banged up mass market paperback of Misery and I've been putting off reading Misery because I really wanted to find a new copy. So I'm excited to read this. I'm actually reading this week for a reading vlog, so you can go check that out when it comes out next week and see what I thought of Misery. I've heard great things about Tarrant Fisher, so this is The Wives. This seems like a creepy like sister wives thriller, so it definitely intrigued me. This one, I don't know how I found this for $2 at a book sale because this book just came out. This is the sequel by Jean Hanff Corlitz, is the sequel to The Plot, and I really enjoyed The Plot. It was a really fun thriller, so I'm interested to see what the sequel is like. Another Stephen King find is Needful Things. I wanted to read Needful Things. I believe it's about like this consignment shop that happens to have everything that a person walks in and needs type of vibe, but there's like some mystery and some creepy and horror thrown in. We have The Night Before by Wendy Walker. I read All Is Not Forgotten by Wendy Walker, which is a good, haunting, a little bit disturbing of a thriller. And I'm interested to see what her other book holds, if I like it as much as All Is Not Forgotten. The next one I got is actually a book that was just in my last reading vlog if you want to go see what I thought of Stillhouse Lake by Rachel Kane. This was like an interesting, moody setting motif for a mother on the run with her children. I got another Seven Sisters book. I have to start the series because now I'm accumulating the series, but this is The Moon Sister, and I believe this is the 4th or 5th book in the Seven Sisters series, and I think I have 1 through 4 or 5 now, so I have to get started on this series. Next are the 2 books that I got at the independent bookstore. So I've actually already read both of them. So it's The Wedding People by Alison Esbach. I kind of want to do a quick like review video of all the books that I've read over the summer that I didn't review on my channel, and this will be one of them. This is an interesting story about a woman who goes to a hotel in Rhode Island to kill herself, and then she ends up becoming a maid of honor for the bride who's getting married there that weekend. So it's interesting. And then the next one, which you can see I'm almost done with, is Funny Story by Emily Henry. This is a funny story of two people get broken up with, and then the exes kind of have to move in together for the time being. It's definitely a fun time, and I'm excited to review this in my vlog. And this is going up in the same vlog with Misery if you want to see what I thought about that. The next set of books are books that my friend who moved away, she moved out of state and she was really tight on space, and she was like, do you want my books? And her have like exchanged books over the years, but these were a few that I had not borrowed from her, and she just gave them to me. So it's The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I've not yet tried an Abby Jimenez. Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. So now I have two unread Lucy Foley. I really did like the guest list, so I'm interested to give The Hunting Party and The Paris Apartment a try. And she said this is one of her favorite thrillers, so I'm excited. And then she also gave me The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I love The Southern's Guide to what is it? The Southern's Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I liked that one. I've heard really bad things about this one, although she really liked it, so we will see where I land on that one. This book sale I think I went to 2 or 3 months ago. I've just never shared them. So I got One of Us Knows by Alyssa Cole, The Leavers by Lisa Cope, another Wanda Morris, Anywhere You Run, and I have the other one, All Her Little Secrets, so I have to read both of those and maybe do an author review on Wanda Morris. One of my favorite thriller writers that I feel like people are very hit or miss with them is B.A. Paris, and I got The Therapist. I've read I think 4 or 5 B.A. Paris at this point, and I really enjoy them. I think they're really fun, like popcorn thrillers, so hopefully The Therapist does not disappoint. And then we have Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. So I've read, what have I read by Jennifer Hillier? I know where it is. It's blue.
2,000 years later.
Where is this book? Wait, really, where is it? Where is my Jennifer Hillier book? Oh, Things We Do in the Dark. I read Things We Do in the Dark, and that was a really good one. This is a kidnapping story, so definitely going to be very different from Things We Do in the Dark. With Anne Patchett, Run. How beautiful is this cover? I really liked Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Harris. What Happened to the Bennets? Lisa Scottolene. I have not read one of her books, I think, since high school, so this will be interesting if I still enjoy her as a writer. And then The House in the Pines by Anna Reyes. I've heard mixed things about this one, so I'm interested if I will like this. Also, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is a really great fall book. I'll probably read it for the fall. The next one, I don't know if I have any clips, but on my mini moon after my wedding in August, at the end of August, me and my now husband he took me to like an outdoor book village, which was really, really cool. There was like carts of books everywhere, and you go in and out through these little houses, and it was just like the coolest thing I've ever done. I wanted to get some type of book to like symbolize being on my mini moon, so I got An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. I have like a local book thrift store, so I went in there. I kind of only go in there every couple of months because the books don't change too much when I go in. But I got Homeseeking by Pearse, which is a highly anticipated historical fiction for me. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I did get Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I hate this cover so much. I get why it's the rabbit based off the first book, but I just wish they made the cover different. I've heard the sequel is not as great as Ninth House, but I will be the judge of that. And the last trip was a quick trip to Goodwill over the summer, and I got Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. I really enjoy watching Sophia Reed's. I'd say she's like a mystery thriller book reviewer vlogger, and I really enjoy her videos, and she talks about Anthony Horowitz in one of her videos, and it really inspired me to want to get the first book in the Magpie Murders series. Pines by Blake Crouch. You know I'm a Blake Crouch fan. I did a reading vlog reading Upgrade and Recursion, and although those didn't go like as great as Dark Matter did, I've heard Pines is like a cool like kind of genre blending type of book. And no, I did not take the sticker off yet. Make Me Famous by Maud Ventura, and she's the author of The Husbands, but this looks kind of wild and kind of crazy, so I was intrigued. I'm so excited for all of the books that I was able to find pretty affordably. I would love to know if there's any of these books that you think I should start with first, because there's quite a lot of them. I'm already starting to get through some of them. So you'll see reviews for some of them in the vlog next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.